Okay, let's get to it. Pax Dei announced their first major content update yesterday, and I just got back from the summer cottage and can now do a video about it. I was reading about what they call their major content update. There will be a wipe, and it's a little bit complicated how they're going to do it, but let's try and run through it and then look at what's actually in this content update, what's not. It's communication is super weird to me, but let's see if we can figure it out. So let's go over the wipe first. What they're gonna do is they're gonna wipe the servers. They're gonna slim them down. So there's two servers in the European region called Mimir, and Artemis is a role-playing server, the Artemis one. In North America, you'll have Apollo and Nyx. Nyx is the role-playing. And in the SEA region, you'll have Nuadu. So 5 servers. And I think there's a pretty good reason why that they have to drop all these servers that they're having, and it's probably not due to costs. It's probably due to the player base being totally wiped out over the last 3 months. Nobody's playing this game anymore, and it's an early access game that should be way further ahead. These guys fucked up, but let's get back to this. So what's happening is that you will get your stuff back when they wipe. But there's a couple of things you need to know is that one, you'll get your stuff back if it's in a private box, if it's on your character, or if it's in a public or clan box on your plot. You'll get your plots back, so they'll be removed, right? So whatever plots you have, you'll be able to put down on this new server. Your character progression will also remain. You will be able to create a character on a new server, and then you will get whatever inventory you have there, right? So that's more or less it. They're calling it the Proving Grounds. I'm a little unsure why they're calling it Proving Grounds, because it seems to me that everything is now a proving ground. But let's get down to it. So it came out with this announcement on Discord that came yesterday. Early Access verse 1, Proving Grounds coming November 5th, right? They are having a revamped world map. They are saying that all current shards will be deleted and a new set of shards will be available for the update. A shard is basically just a server, right? Existing slots will be removed, but we're keeping the content for you. You'll get all your materials back in a special inventory called the Redeeming Queue. Clans are going to be wiped. You'll have to create it again. If somebody else creates your clan or takes your character name, you're just screwed, right? Your characters are almost untouched. You'll need to select a new shard to play along with your new name if yours is already taken. So let's see what happens there. They have a dedicated FAQ for this. And then they have a lengthy write-up about it. Now, to figure out what actually goes into this patch, because there's basically no notes, they've been doing a bunch of posts, which sort of like a TV kitchen. I've cheated and pulled them up here. So one of them is how the world of Pax Dei is changing is they're reshaping the world. I seem to recall somewhere they're going to go to the Unreal Engine 5.5. Let's see what happens there. They're making mountain climbing slightly less lethal. Okay, fine. Before you could die easily. They have a bunch of, pretty pictures here. Landscape art. They're saying ancient trees will now populate enhanced forests like Whispering Woods, strength growth, and then the trees in the Erie Pine biome are getting a fresh new look. Okay, yay. Music will adapt based to the biome and time of day, further enhancing immersion. What about weather? Are you going to introduce weather? Music immersion. Okay, fine. As you can hear, I'm not super excited. This is a game I was mega excited about. I was so excited about this game that I, out of my own pocket, ran a bunch of giveaways on Twitch just so people could get in and play the game. And then I realized after spending maybe 100 hours that this was basically just a crafting simulator with a crafting system that kind of was making no sense, except that you could build beautiful buildings, but it's an Unreal Engine, of course, so anybody can do that, right? So now they're having a new PvE progression. It does not seem like there's any new PvE mobs coming. They're going to revamp some of the PvE encounters. They're going to move them around so they are, that they actually make sense so you don't run into top tier mobs the minute you get out of your, the home area where you start in. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. That's great. They're going to add more camps that are designed for solo or duo play. Ideal for early progression. Okay, that's fantastic. They're going to make an entry-level cave dungeon in the home valley. Didn't we have that with the wolves? But I'm hoping it's going to be more interesting. The Cult of Sap won't have much presence in the home valley. Okay, that's also great. But that also means that once you get high tier, you have to run further away to fight the higher tier mobs, I guess. But there really weren't that many mobs to begin with. And then they're working on the Inquisitor Citadels aren't ready yet. Okay, but they're getting a complete revamp with a new look. But it's not ready yet. So what's going on there? Lost Souls, all the ghostly enemies that would mainly just one-shot you unless you were really high tier, are getting progressively redesigned. Okay, and then they've got some minor updates for the map. Customized maps has been added. What faction controls enemy camps and ruins. A more natural PvE experience. Okay, so I thought, what about combat? Okay, so you have to go back to combat. Let's get back to combat. They're adding a new journal, right? They're introducing the journal. Okay, that's great because that's something we kind of expected to be in an early access already. But this game, I think many people warned me, said it's an alpha that you're promoting, and I guess you're right. It's a fucking alpha, man. The unlocked recipe tracking, ingredient overview, notifications, yada, yada, yada. Everything you want to have, except maybe quests, because the game doesn't have any quests. Okay. And then they put a screenshot from the combat test session. Okay, let's go to combat, because the journal kind of was a little bit lame, right? Yeah. All right, so combat. The combat, this is spotlight on the upcoming combat changes. There's a default a major change. This is a major change, right? Let's get this. One major change is that running, not walking, will be the default movement speed. Not combat. Also, not fucking major, right? Swimming will be less taxing. Okay, that's fine. Falling damage will be refactored to ensure consistency, so you can better predict how much a fall may hurt. Okay, all right. So let's get into the actual combat changes, because I've been waiting for this. Let's get some actual... I mean, I wanted this game to be like free aim PvP, full loot. Let's fucking go, right? And the first thing I see that melee combat is receiving a lot of love. That's great, because it definitely needs it, right? So when engaged in combat, your character will automatically face a target based on the direction you're looking in. Okay, so it's gonna be like auto target, World of Warcraft, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 combination button clicking. What the hell? Okay, you can now interrupt your melee attacks. Great. You will have better weapon animation, where you can aim up and down, and then they have better hit detection. That's the combat changes they made. When did this game come out in early access? Like 3 months? It's at this rate. Okay. So, well, blocking will have meaningful consequences, like your stamina won't regenerate, and then you can much easier equip and unequip items. This is, I mean, if this is it, if this is the major content update, okay, sorry, I forgot something. Spellcasting. It will be reworked. Will this actually be in the patch or will it not? Because it doesn't state it anywhere. So, but let's see what happens. I mean, you will be able to cancel spellcasting at any time during the spellcasting phase by moving, jumping, melee attacking, blocking, or equipping something else. Okay, great. That's fine. Spells will also have casting bars. Yay. And you'll add early game spells you can get from loot in PvE camps, offering more options to small groups. And okay. And then enemies will have their attack animation revisited. That's it. That's it. That's the major content. Even if this is in, there's some camera and audio stuff. And then looking ahead, we're going to do all great things. It's going to be the best, the greatest. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let me show you guys something. Look at this. Look at this. There's 407 people in game right now. It's Friday. In Europe, right now, it's Friday. It's fall vacation. Everybody's supposed to be playing games that want to play games. It's 6:41, so everybody's moms are done serving dinner for you usually. 407 people in game. 407. Look, it's almost zero, right? Look at this. Yesterday, 438 was the peak. 438 24-hour peak. Steam release, June, July, August, September, October. That's 4 months. 4 months and no major patch updates on an early access. If this goes on like this, they'll have 2 more major patch updates. If they have this kind of content when they release the game, it's fucking dead. This game will be dead unless they ramp up the amount of updates they do and they focus on freaking content and combat and spell updates. Not this bullshit with calling auto-toggling something to running a major update. I don't know if they're taking the piss or not, but if you look at this, you would obviously, for any early access game, and especially an MMO, you'll see a drop in players. But this drop, from a peak of 11,000 on June, and this, I realize this is just Steam payers, and there's going to be a lot of people that just uses the launcher and yada yada. Even if it's double, which I think it's not, because most people will use Steam because it's way easier and way better than just using some kind of random launcher some company uses. We're close to zero, right? So there you have it. I will try on launch day to do a live stream. I will try. But I think that it correlates with work. I have to do some work, but I will try and do a live stream, and we'll look and we'll do a review of what actually came out and what didn't, because right now I am super disappointed. And I hope that I'm wrong. That's it. I would like to hear your comments about how wrong I am in this video, or right, and I'll also like to hear your comments on what you expect is going to happen with this game, with the Pax Dei MMORPG that was supposed to be the big one, which is now turning out, at least my prediction is, to be a huge fucking flop. So let me know in the comments, and then I will see you on Twitch or later here on YouTube or whatever platform that you're watching this video on. Bye.